Welcome. In this demo, I'll show you how to prepare an automated CM auto-clearing file for Vista by Viewpoint. So let's get started. Let's begin with our bank transaction file. This is a full export from your bank containing transaction types like deposits, wires, ACH transfers, and references such as account numbers and transaction details. The first step is to use this transaction file as a data source and import it into Excel. To do this, go to the Data tab and select from text/CSV. Alternatively, you can click Get Data, click on From File, and select the text/CSV option. Here we will navigate to your desktop or the location where your file is stored, and select the bank transaction file. The file will open in a preview window. From here, select Transform Data to open the Power Query editor. This allows us to organize our transactions into separate tabs for easier management. In the Power Query editor, we will use the transaction file as a data source. Our goal is to create a separate tab for each type of transaction. Let's start by filtering the transaction type. First, we'll select Wire Transactions. You'll see a list of all wire transactions. Rename this query to Wire. Right-click on the query and select Duplicate to create a new query for another transaction type. Now let's filter for deposit transactions and rename the query to Deposit and select Duplicate. Repeat this process for each transaction type until each one has its own dedicated tab. Once you have all your transaction types separated into tabs, go to Close and select Close and Load to load the queries into your workbook. Each transaction type will have its own tab, making it easy to organize and manage. Let's rename the tab by each type for clarity. We can delete the default tab that we began with. This will now serve as the source for constructing an import template that can be used in Vista. We'll cover how to create the import template in a subsequent video. The benefit of organizing transactions in this way is that it allows for quick and efficient management of all transaction types, including checks, ACH deposits and withdrawals, and wire transfers. Once these entries are recorded in Vista through CM entries, you'll know all bank transactions have been properly accounted for. A significant advantage of this setup is its reusability. Once you have created the file, you don't need to recreate it each time. For example, after completing the entries for December, you can easily update the file for January. To do this, go to the Data tab, then back into the Power Query editor. Select Data Source Settings. Choose Change Data Source, and select the new file for January. After selecting the new data file, hit Import and Close. After refreshing, you'll see that the data is updated with January's transactions. Click Close and Load to view all the January information. This streamlined process ensures that your data is always current and correctly categorized. And that's it. You've now automated your CM auto-clearing file setup for Vista, saving you time and effort each month. Thank you for watching. For further information or to see some of the exciting solutions we're working on, use the link in the description or reach out to us using the contact details provided.